Hey guys, watching this one and only, my name is AJ. Welcome back to the episode of Let's Build a City. Is it just me, or is this glitchiness actually getting worse now? It's really weird. I don't know if it's like my version of Java that's doing this, or if it's actually the shader pack, or what, I don't know. It's very, very strange. Anyway, a few episodes ago, we finished off the interior to the gym, and then we decided to change where all of this glass is. This was all ice. And we changed it to either white stained glass or blue stained glass. Now, I couldn't make up my mind which one I liked, so I left it up to you guys in the comment section, and it was an overwhelming win for blue packed ice. Like an overwhelming win. Like, everybody thought that blue packed ice looked better. I might leave these ones clear glass, though, I think. Will that get all of it if I go there? Let's turn these shaders off. It's glitchy, weird shaders. That's better. Smooth. Okay, so if we go from there to there, and I'm terrible at remembering the numbers. Glass. I want that 95 to 95.3. Replace 95 with 95.3. Boom. Blue it is. Blue one. I still have no preference. Like whenever I flick between them, like now I think blue is sick. I think it looks so cool. And then when I flick it back to white, like if I do undo, I think, oh, sick. That looks so cool as well. So it's really nice that I'm not bothered either way. It was a your decision thing. I like the blue. I think it's a good decision. Now, today, I was flying around and I was thinking, what do I fancy doing today? What haven't I done for just like a really long time? And I tell you what I haven't done for a really long time. I really fancy doing an interior to a bungalow. I don't know why, I just really fancy that idea. Like a small little house, nice and quaint, try and pack some detail in it, and just sort of see what we can do. Now I have this lovely little bungalow here. Now have a look at this exterior, right, to give ourselves some ideas. So we've got a chimney here, which means a fireplace would be really nice to have matching that on the inside. We also have a door, a side door here that leads out to the driveway. So what would I want if I was coming through the side door? I would probably want to walk into the kitchen. I think that would feel the most right. And the front door, I would probably like to lead into the lounge. So with that in mind, it's quite handy that we have this fireplace area right near the front door. So this will definitely be some kind of lounge, like in there. I don't know if it needs to be a little bit bigger or smaller, I don't know. That leaves us this little room here, which I think would be perfect for a bedroom to go along here. It's a little bungalow, so we don't have a huge amount of room to play with. We want all of the necessities, but the sort of as small as we can really get. Like, that's quite a big bedroom. I feel bungalows usually have a fairly decent sized bedroom anyway. It would be really nice if we could just chop this down a little bit and put a little bathroom in here. Maybe a bathroom that can be accessed through the bedroom or through the kitchen. I sort of like a Jack and Jill sort of style thing. And I think a 3x4 area for a Jack and Jill, because you could have a door there, and I'd probably put the door either there or there. I don't know. I'd have the door going... poop. That's the window there, isn't it? That's a little bit annoying. Could do it like that. That makes the lounge very, very small. Oh, okay. This is a interesting one. What if I move this wall back to here and we have the door for it there, and like that, and have the door to the bathroom here instead? And then this is the bedroom. It could work, maybe. A little bed there, a little closet here, a little desk there. That would make a nice sort of little bedroom. Maybe a little bit on the small side. Is there any way that I could squeeze out? I could squeeze that out. We could now get a double bed in there. I think that's a better size for a bedroom. And then maybe move this back by 1 to give us the nice sized Jack and Jill. I sort of like the idea of having it, or maybe we do a Jack and Jill lounge and bedroom. So we have it like that. So like if you're in bed late at night and you need the toilet, you can just go through. And in the daytime, I think matching up with the lounge is better. This is a little bit strange, having almost like a hallway. It's like a mini hallway. But with the window here, I reckon we could make it a nice little feature. Have a little seating, area, some bookshelves and a little seat and stuff. Lets the light in, good reading spot. And then have like a nice sort of cozy wall. I suppose we should really think about who's going to live here. What kind of person would live in a house like this? Are we going for an old-timey sort of person's house? Probably well-maintained garden. Very green-fingered. I should probably do little strips as well of you know, like mowed grass sort of ones. It also has a little back garden as well. Yeah, quite a nice sized back garden actually for a bungalow like this. Definitely you should have some chairs out here. I know this is completely off episode, but I feel they have like one of these little garden furniture things, like, yeah, hidden nicely around the back. Okay, anyway, so it's going to be an older person. So probably the older person, this layout works quite well. It means we don't need to have a big TV on the wall. We can have the fireplace. They don't need a TV. We could put one here if we wanted one. But I'm more interested in the fireplace, the coziness of it. I think I'm going to have the lounge in a nice sort of double door open plan into the kitchen. So it's just like a dividing wall. And then this goes into the kitchen. It's a big kitchen. So I think we're going to want to cut it down a little bit. I think I would want, well, I was saying I would want this to lead into the kitchen, which probably means that I would run a wall like this. Now, I like to have my walls a little bit, not quite dead straight all the time. I like to have a little bit of shape to the rooms because it gives you a little bit more creativity to work with. If you've got a flat wall, it can be very hard to sort of fill it up. So that gives us this for a kitchen / dining room maybe. So we could have like the kitchen stuff in here. We could have like a little table in here, you know, in that corner. And then what does it give this? It gives us a natural room here with a nice little window. Maybe maybe an office or even a spare. Well, would you want a spare bedroom located to the kitchen? That seems a little bit weird. Because we could have a spare bedroom there. Now, I like the idea of this being an office, like or like an arts room. My nan has like a little arts room in her bungalow, and then I want this one to be maybe a pantry where we can store some food and washing machines and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? More like household. I don't know, those I was in a house recently that had sort of one of those, and I thought, oh, that could be quite cool. Nice little space filler. Okay, so that's in. Let's take away all of these. We're going to be a little bit dark for a second, but if it's too dark, we should get a night vision potion. We should put a ceiling down, I feel, is probably the next plan. It's quite bright in here. So, ceiling. I probably want the ceiling to match throughout, and I think I would probably want to go with a slab design. I think I'm going to go with spruce, not too dark, but a little bit sort of maybe old-timey feel, with maybe quartz chiseled coving. I don't think the room's actually big enough for that. You know how we have like the coving that goes around the outside. I don't think the room's quite big enough for that. I think we're just going to have to go with slabs. And I think I want it on this height, just so it's a little bit above that window. It feels like a nice height inside, like we can jump and not hit our head, which is usually a good sign that you're on probably the right height. If you can jump and you can hit your head, you might sometimes be a little bit sort of short for the room size. It might feel a little bit claustrophobic once you've got all the furniture and interior built up. So if we stick this down, we can then stick all of the walls in all the way up, which allows us to put the lights in. I think it's a good order to do things. And since though our ceiling is the same all the way through this place, it makes things a lot easier. Actually quite a big bungalow. On the outside it doesn't feel all that big, but like at this angle at least, when I'm sort of looking down towards the bedroom, actually quite a few blocks worth. Oh, I missed that one. Look at that. Bloop. Loft space. So I don't think I want to do a second floor because of the obvious fact that this is a bungalow. Some bungalows have little conversions, little loft conversions, but I might put like a little access way in for an actual loft space. I sort of like it when I do that kind of thing. And I think I'm going to change up this placeholder block with this white stained clay as the actual walls. It's going to blend in with the exterior. It's going to blend in. It's going to look right like on a room that has white stained clay already. And it's going to look right on a building that's got brick already, because obviously we've built the outside to look like it. Oh yeah, I forgot about, I'd have to break them again. That's quite annoying. Let me get the walls up, I'll be back. Okay, so we're feeling more like a house now. All the walls are up. I think it feels quite good. It's got like a nice natural flow to it all. I reckon this could work. I'm leaving, all the doors are like your normal standard Minecraft door size, the 1x2. But this one I'm leaving a 2x3. I want that sort of airy feeling from the kitchen to the lounge. Nice and easy flow. So lighting now. I think that these lamps would be perfect for the aesthetics. If we do like an old-timey aesthetic. How do they look? Oh, they don't join onto the slabs. Okay, not a problem. We can put them on the wall. On the wall, they look so exterior when they're on the wall, though, sometimes. Like, that looks like it should be an outside lamp. Okay, no, can't do that. Not a problem. Do we stick with the classic glowstone? A little bit chunky, but will work. I would want... Well, if you want it even, you would do a 2x2 there. You know what? That could work. That could work. In the lounge here, we shall have a little one above that door. Now, it's a little bit different when you're doing house ones. They don't all have to be, like, perfectly symmetrical. If I can have a fire in here, I will. I would prefer to have a fire to do the lighting and maybe put a lamp down. We'll see how that goes, so we'll leave that blank for the minute, try and remind ourselves. I think we'd have a double light situation at the end here. We shall have a double light in the middle, because that just works. And this one, little one in the middle in the little pantry bit. And this office space. Yeah, I think I prefer that. Always important to have a little bit of light in front of the door when you come in. Does that work all the way down? It would. That's that. 3 blocks. 3 blocks. Perfect. Okay, so we can all see now. Amazing. Fireplace. I think this is where I want to start. I want to start with the fireplace. I would like to keep it brick. And I would like to do it in a way where we actually get some depth in. And it would be amazing if we could do it in a way that we can actually have it lit. So, I suppose I could actually keep that there and bring this one out. Like something like that. Yeah, see how we got 1 block on that side and 1 block on the other side. I don't think I would want it like that. I think that's a better height for it. I would like to force a little bit of depth if we can. So we'll grab some stairs. Oop. And something like that. Maybe something curve that around there. I don't know what I'm aiming for yet. I'm just sort of placing them down. That doesn't affect the outside, which is absolutely perfect. So that's forced a little bit of depth back. If I like that or not, I don't know. Ugh. Okay, so I definitely need those there. I could curve it if I wanted to. No, let's take that away. What if we had some of this? I think that's forced the depth quite well. We can now put those slabs back in there, and it sort of pushes that building back. A little bit... how annoying. Okay, not a problem. We can work with this. Slabs. Let's stick with the brick for the minute, but I might add a different colour in. Do I like that or do I like that? Or do I like that? It's a little bit... We're getting a little bit fancy for a bungalow's fireplace. Are we going too fancy? Are we going way too big? Way too castle-y? Maybe that's a little bit. If we instead, let's drop it down to a 1. And well, I sort of like, I'm sort of liking a little bit of this. Ooh. See, yeah, nice and simple. I think there's... If I put that there, I think that would be safe. I think I still have fire spread on this one. I don't think I've ever turned it off, which is why I've always been a little bit wary when we get lightning and stuff. It could make a lot of mess. People always tell me, turn it off, turn it off. I sort of like having it on. I like the risk of it. So if you put there like that... And trapdoor, that's a perfect little trapdoor, but I need something to place it on. Oh, this is really... In the newest version of Minecraft, you can place like trapdoors down anywhere, but on this version, you still have to place it on a block. No, I need it... What I need it is I need it like that. You see, because that would look so cool in there. It's like the perfect texture and everything. But I couldn't then... We'll put that down, and if this building starts burning, then we know that we can panic. Is that fair? That's fair. Okay. We'll have to do something a little bit else then. We'll do that, and we'll get some iron bars. And we'll put them across as a fire guard. Like that. I've actually got a very similar sort of slabbed front on one of my flat fireplaces in my house. How it's like slabbed at the front, and then it's easy to clean up and hoover and stuff and dust down. It's quite nice. Okay, something needs to happen on these poles. Item frames are a really good way to get round gap filling on these. You can put some swords in there if you wanted something cool. I think it would be quite cool if we hung some like herbs and stuff, like you know in Skyrim when you go into a house, they've got like usually like rabbits, but you got like onions and leaves and stuff hanging above like fireplaces and stuff like that. That could be quite cool, you know, from maybe from our pantry, she's like drying them out. And then I would like something in this spot, maybe cobblestone walls. Again, a little bit of grey just to... Or do I put them all the way up? No, I feel like, again, it's going a little bit on the fancy side if we do that. Maybe something like that with a little carpet on the side. I think that's quite quaint. I think that's quite nice. Nothing on fire? Nothing on fire. That is a pretty good start. So, I think... Being like an old-timey house, I think a nice iron sword in each one of these would be quite cool. They battled in the fierce Battle of Herobrine in 1998, and survived. They're a war veteran, a Herobrine war veteran. And then maybe we could be clever and put some grass in here, and then turn it round upside down. Like it's hanging down, like it's been hung there. Saplings would also work. Flowers could work, but you want something a little bit fuller. Vines probably would work a good deal as well. What does double tall grass look like in Not much to it. I sort of like that. Looks like it's more bunched with some vines in there. I think it really makes a difference. We'll have it upside down just for matching sake. Okay, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a nice little fireplace in here. We definitely dumbed it down, made the size a little bit more realistic, but it's against a nice brick wall. I almost feel like this, if this pillar changes, it actually changes the outside of the house, doesn't it? But it'd be cool if you could have just a slightly different block there. Or we change up the middle. But it would only be a grey. I think the grey would look a little bit weird, wouldn't it? You know, let's give it a go. Hold on. It's only going to take 2 seconds anyway. We'll have that. We'll have that. We'll have this. We'll have... what's it called? Nether brick. There we go. So if we... I want to swap this for this block. And then I want to swap this with this block. That one. Will this break the item frames? Probably. And then that with that. Should really do what we can see is what we can see. Is that the outside? No, it's not. Good. And I like how this 5 is also actually lighting up the room. Yeah, okay, so that makes the fireplace pop out a little bit more. Probably don't like this middle part anymore now that it sort of stands out. I like this colour better. I think it makes the fireplace stand out, but this part just feels a little bit weird. Maybe this should be a full block instead. I think I like that. I think that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. Okay, I'm probably, to be fair, nearly out of time. I don't know. What do we do? Let's finish off the lounge. We'll finish off the lounge and we can then start later on. So, I probably want a wool, a carpet floor, and we want to go with maybe a little bit touching on old-timey colours. So maybe, I always think cyan could work. Cyan doesn't go well with many colours. Maybe a cyan and light grey. 35 and 35.9. Replace grass with... What was it? I can't remember the numbers. 35.8 and 35.9. Replace grass with 35.8 and 35.9. Huh? 35.8, 35.9. Like that. Perfect. Okay, what do we think of that? I think if we theme the room around that, feels a little bit light. I sort of want it something a little bit darker. What if we went with the blue instead? 3511. Undo. Oh, that's the wrong one. Undo. That one. Okay, I think I prefer that. It's a little bit darker. Yeah, that's sort of what I'll go for. Door, if we just get some doors in, we'll close it off to the rest of the house. And then we can concentrate a little bit better. I think I like the dark oak one. So I put that on there, and I want that open plan. Okay, that feels nice. I want a nice seating arrangement in front of the fireplace. And I think we can use these coloured couches. That blue. Oh, it could be perfect. Oh, I think it's going to work. I probably would want a little bookshelf behind there with a sofa in front of it that they just drag out every now and again. But would I want... You'd sort of want I could do an L. Oh, I sort of like that. Still space to get through. I can imagine that working. Feels a little bit tight. We could remove that, in fact. It wouldn't actually affect anything. It would just make it a little bit, feel a little bit odd, maybe. But what do you guys think of that? If I put a lamp in there, it would probably take away the weirdness, but keep the open feel. Yeah, okay, we'll have that. We can do that. A little lamp behind there. Bookshelf, like I said, behind here. A little one like that going on. And then I think I'm going to put a table here and a little seat on this side. Like that. I could probably just go with a normal standard table. We'll go with spruce. Sort of keep sort of the darky feel in here. And I think I want to have a dark oak. Blends into that a bit. No, okay. Stairs. And slab. Now, I'm going deliberately with like vanilla blocks for this table as opposed to like just using another table like that. Just because I want it to look a little bit bigger down there. They always look a little bit thinner. Sort of smaller spaces. I want to really fill up that room. So we'll grab a flower pot. I think I want to up this end because that end I don't want to feel too cramped up. It's always just nice to have like little writing for your letters, Christmas cards and stuff. I think I want a nice little sapling in there. I threw it on the ground. Perfect. And then we've got a little bit of space here. Some tripwire hooks for some coat racks on there, just so when you come in you can hang your coat. Would I want it up a little bit? Probably want it up a little bit so you can hang your coat up there. A little spot here. What could we do there? A little table would work, you know, keep your car keys and the shed keys and all that sort of stuff. You can put a little table down there. I feel that's right. And it would be quite cool actually if we could have a little seating slab. No, don't like it. I thought about a little seat slab that you could sit on while you do up your shoelaces or put your Wellingtons on. That could be quite cool, but that just felt a little bit chunky there, I feel. Let's get a little, I think I'd go with probably dark grey carpet just in front of the fireplace there. Maybe not even that big. Maybe a little sort of foot one like that. Maybe one in front of the front door as well. And then finally, I think finally, a little 2x2 painting that just goes along there. Oh, it's even blue. Oh, it's even blue. I feel like something could be done here, but I don't know what yet. Maybe we could make the coat hanger, the coat racks actually sort of hold a coat. Hey, trench coat. Why not? I don't know what they are. They must be some sort of trench coat or something. But they have a coat and they're being hung up on there. Fills up that wall space nicely. Little painting, a little 1x1 painting right in there. Nope. Yeah. Again, orange maybe goes with the bookshelves a little bit. I think we're good. I also think that we're safe with the fire. I don't think it has spread anywhere. I don't think it's... Well, there's nothing on the roof that it can set fire to. It's a stone roof, so the only thing it could get is this. And I think after being here for this amount of time, we should be safe. I'm going to leave the episode there, though, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye! Ooh, wow. Bye! That's better.